Good.
I'm jet lagged. How are
I'm
you
so
doing?
jet. The line is "Good morning" and "Namaste," and I'm looking at John. I'm looking at me. I'm seeing the bags and rice. Going like, "Is it a good morning?"
Oh my God. Yeah, we were just in Vegas for a concert a couple days ago. So we just came back last night.
definitely,
So
definitely
here we
jet
are.
lagged, but we're here to record and enjoy music for another Indian classical experience, of course. And as mentioned last week for February, we are checking out instruments and learning more
Yes.
about them. And one of the instruments we asked about in Zakir's video was this incredible piece of art, this bowed
Yeah.
stringed instrument. It is called a sarangi, if I'm saying that correct. And just a quick note of who we're going to check out. This is artist Pandit Dhruba Ghosh, and he is a sarangi maestro, and he hails from a renowned musician family, and he passed away in 2017.
Mm,
So he is a master at his craft, and that is what we're going to learn about
excellent.
today.
Looking forward to it. Before we get started, if you haven't already and you like what you see, please hit the like and subscribe button, ring that bell so you always know what is going on with our channel. Do
Indian bowed lute. Mm. Wow.
The minor to major is so great, among other things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So one of the things I'm noticing about the instrument right away, sonically, visually,
It's
it's a
beautiful.
piece of
Yeah, it's a
art.
work of art. Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
stunning instrument. Um, but the chorus effect, which is kind of
hmm
a sustained reverb, is what we're hearing. At first, I thought, oh, it was the room, it was how it was being recorded,
Right.
or
But it's,
maybe
yeah.
it was added after, and that's not definitely not the case. I feel like it's within the instrument itself that there's like a resonance
Resonance. Yeah.
that goes beyond the note. So if I'm playing this note, when I change to this one, this is being held.
So there's yeah, they call it a decay, a reverb decay. So
Right.
it kind of it mashes into the next note. So it's not yeah. So it creates this sort of blend sound. Yeah.
So this is what we get in like the large temples or the churches that has that big space that allow for
hmm
that. And when that happens, the piece you're performing has to make sense because it can get a little ugly at times
Right.
if you switch too soon from major to minor like you're pointing out,
hmm
or if it's a choir from my experience, if the tempo is off. So the time you produce the sound, it reflects off the walls and comes back. So if you go too slow or too fast, you can kind of mess with the engagement of the frequencies taking place. And
hmm
that's taking it all that has to be considered, I imagine, while you're playing the instrument,
Yeah.
this instrument, throughout the whole piece. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I love this instrument. Let's keep watching a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I can comment on some things.
The sarangi is basically one
Sarangi.
piece of wood
Sarangi.
into which the wooden pegs are inserted. The belly is hollow, carved out, covered with parchment, goat skin. The foot of the bridge touches the rim of the belly, and that itself transmits the sound. We have three main strings, mostly of all gut strings, and about 30 to 35 sympathetic strings of thin gauge steel. The three main strings are of gut, but I use the lowest one. I use the metal string from the cello. The strings are tuned, the main strings, the tonic of the middle octave,
E,
lower fifth, and lower octave.
E.
And there are 30 to 35 sympathetic strings made of thin gauge steel. They are
So that the sympathetic strings, that's what gives it that chorusy effect then. That's what we're hearing. Because I was
Yeah,
just thinking,
the-
like, the instrument's not big enough to create that echo. What is that coming from? Now that makes sense.
It gives it the harmonics. It gives it that full sound, like a piano. You know, it's not. You're rarely just hearing. I mean, on a keyboard, it's different.
It is,
even though
right.
they try to simulate it. But on a real piano, you can play an E, but you're hearing all sorts of different frequencies
Yes.
and harmonics happening, which gives it that magical resonance, which
That's
is really
cool.
hard to for a sound engineer who has to mic those things. It's tough for them. They don't
Right.
because they don't like that because it's a lot of extraneous stuff happening. But for somebody listening live and playing, it's just that's what creates the magic.
tuned to the notes of the raga or the scale. There are 4 sets of sympathetic strings. There are 2 on top, tuned definitely to the scale, and you see those small bridges which give a special timbre, some
Who makes
twang
up these
to it,
things? These
which
who creates
excites
these?
the other sets
amazing
of
things?
sympathetic strings to resonate. So we have the side series, which is again and also tuned to the scale, and there are underneath chromatic strings. It has a
So you're playing the strings layered on top, and everything else is designed to create that sustained feeling.
Yeah,
That's just
No,
so
it's
clever.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. The people that create these things, it's just who are they? How did they think of it? And I'm sure it happens over time and it's an evolution, but
Of course,
it's just
yeah.
amazing. And then like you were saying, it just looks wonderful too. It just my
Yeah.
dad is a collector of antiques and things. He loves things, real woodworking and everything. I mean, the amount of money that he'd probably pay for something like that just for
Right,
know,
just hang
just to
on the
have
wall.
that, just a work of art. Yeah,
Right.
easily playable range of 3 octaves,
beautiful.
and the 4th is used only for harmonics.
Yeah, there's a room resonance too, for sure.
We don't press
Yeah,
the string
that's
downwards
there
like in
too.
the cello, but we play with the cute.
But when you hear him speak, you're not hearing a big decay, and he's in the same
That's
room.
right. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of it, there is the harmonics you can hear coming from the instrument.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't press the string downwards like in the cello, but we play with the cuticles of the index,
Cuticles.
middle, and
Whoa,
ring
see it
finger.
all indented there.
There are 2 styles of playing. One is on the edge of the cuticle and the nail, which I follow, and the other style is purely above
That
the
looks
cuticles,
painful.
which forms thick calluses.
Yeah.
When I began learning, I played with the second style, purely on the cuticles. And then I gradually
Oh.
came across a teacher a great master, who showed me this technique of playing on the border.
That's insane.
things like which I have borrowed from stringed instruments, plucked instruments. This is never done on the sarangi traditionally. They would play.
Softer.
The traditional.
It's like playing with your, if you're playing acoustic guitar, just translate to an instrument that I know a little better. Playing with your fingers, like the pads,
it creates a different effect, yeah.
Versus playing with the pick or with your nails. It just it attacks the string differently, so it immediately creates a softness within that.
Yeah, all the nuances that go into making a sound, especially with such a natural instrument like that.
Yeah.
It's all those little things that's what creates the artistry. That's what creates your sound, because everybody plays a little bit different. Everybody has a little bit different of a, even your vibrato. It's sort of your inner vibration coming out, and everybody's got a little bit different of a rhythm internally. So that's so all those things create the artist's sound.
Sarangi bow, horsehair. Could you turn it so I can see this?
Love these scales. Ragas.
Sorry for stopping it too often, but I'm just, if he didn't explain what he was doing, my brain would have just imagined he's pressing down like a violin.
Well, that's all I've ever known too. It's just,
that's why
you always play with the fingertips. I've never heard of playing with the other side of your finger.
Exactly. So even looking at it, I have to teach my brain he's not pressing down, but that's the illusion that I have.
Yeah, but no, just going with what you're saying, the ouch factor, because the skin is thinner here. You really have to. I mean, you have to truly build up calluses but until you get to that point, I feel like the blood is drawn.
There must be,
because it's so thin. I'm thinking of mine, like, ow.
Covers bow, German style, and I would hold it like this. I like this in that sense, to come to very low energy levels. This is actually it's an adaptation of the Western bow, but used in India for a stringed instrument, which is a hybrid between the sarangi and the sitar. It's called israj.
Okay.
I use this because it gives me shorter strokes, and I can paint more number of strokes with this. It cannot generate much volume with this because of its weight is light. Now, some Indian bow maker has tried to make a hybrid between the traditional sarangi bow and the contrabass bow.
You can hear the attack difference immediately.
This white band is where normally the bow works.
Yeah, the way you bow it too, it just creates different sounds. Yeah.
So how close you are to the bridge versus up to where his left hand would be. And the angle, just like obviously a cello, a violin, a viola, it's the weight of the bow, the pressure you put on it, the angle which you approach it, and like you were saying too, it's also the nuance of the human the weight of their hand, what their music, their emotional intent is, and the pressure of the cuticle against the string. Is it light? Is it heavy? Like all of those things is why you can have 100 different masters play the same song in the same key, and you'll get 100 different results. That's the beauty of it.
They literally play the same note and just play an E note, and it's going to sound different.
Absolutely. And in the keyboard example that you were explaining before, because neither of us have a grand piano in front of us right now, it's the same thing. So if I was in your studio playing your keyboard and I played the E along with you, chances are it would be super similar. But if we went to your family room where you've got your upright piano, it'd be a completely different sound.
Yeah.
You'd really hear the organic instrument separation between the two.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing about, as I was saying, natural instruments made of wood and real organic things. The amount of nuance that you can get within that, there's the spectrum of dynamics is much greater. Even though the technology is getting better on, I have a really nice keyboard and it's got a nice touch to it, but you just cannot get the spectrum of expression that you can with real wood, real strings.
Absolutely.
And the like, yeah. Higher shruti.
Versus a gut string.
And the harmonic.
Yeah, the string is totally different.
Beautiful. Just gorgeous.
This playing is exquisite. So
universal
tremolo,
Western.
Yep, tremolo versus vibrato. Sometimes that gets confused for those of you might not know the difference between the two. Tremolo is the same pitch that is oscillating in volume or attack. So I'm playing the same note over again with the voice. That kind of has like a tremolo. That's an easier way to create it. Right. Exactly right. So it's the same fundamental speed of vibration, and then you alter the impact against the folds or how it's being projected. Vibrato is when the fundamental, the note itself, is changing. So in this case, with the cuticle, he would have that. So when he changes this, so now the volume is probably, not always, but typically about the same. And the pitch itself is alternating slightly sharp, slightly flat relative to that actual intended pitch. So that's the separation between the two. If that's
not that we've heard a lot of vibrato in this particular piece.
You can hear the means he's going into the notes, into each shruti, but yeah, not a lot of vibrato built in so far.
Yeah, just which I just noticed because I brought up vibrato before, and then it occurred to me, it's like, I'm not actually hearing much vibrato in this.
Right.
But just, just funny, this is my perfect instrument because my two favorite instruments ever, the piano and the violin, is combined in this wonderful thing. Yeah, because it's got everything that the violin has with the just fretless, smoothness of being able to just glide from pitch to pitch and in between, and then the resonance of the piano. So very cool.
Pre-grace notes and post-grace notes.
There's vibrato.
You're right.
That's without.
That's how it executed in high speed. One variation is the reverse of that. That becomes the third one. Another variation.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a
The most common
further
is
interval.
murky, or what you call mordant.
And if you notice when he does vibrato, it's not like, it's much more subtle than what you'd get on a guitar that has a longer string. So
Right.
you kind of like see the finger alter even more.
Yeah. Like
And
this.
here, yeah, go ahead. Watch
Yeah.
what he does here. I'm gonna back it up a few seconds. It's just almost like a rotation of the finger as opposed to the whole hand getting involved.
Mordant.
Which, yeah, makes sense.
I mean, you can see the wrist move, but it's just rotating in that little space is all it needs to create.
Which makes sense in Indian music because there's such subtle variations of things as we've learned with the shrutis, especially, where you can take literally one pitch, equal tempered pitch, and essentially create three pitches from that.
Right.
You know, the flatter one and the more sharp one.
So if the vibrato is too great, you end up jumping between shrutis as opposed to
Two actual notes. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Two distinguishable notes. Pretty
Ooh. Wow.
really cool.
That
Instead
was
of going
cool.
like this horizontally, we take an arc. We would keep the finger on the middle point and go. The finger goes like an arc.
That.
Exactly.
Now, if I do the arc system,
Ooh. Oh, that does feel different.
slide within the rag, but move over many notes instead of one to from point A to point B. Like, for example,
It's so great.
not much.
Vibrato, yep.
We rather use expanded vibrato, what we call andolan, like
Ooh, Andalan. Okay.
It's a slow vibrato.
speed of doing that. You can't be doing it. It has to be.
This is where Dr. Oak would say, "No way!
No way.
You can't do it slow like that." No, but it does. It's that you're saying earlier. There's like kind of like, as a musician, it's kind of built into your nervous system. Obviously, you want to play to what the intention of the meaning of the music, but it is your inner wiring, your brain and your body rhythms that tends to show up and influence exactly the speed. You might have, everybody might do a fast vibrato or slow vibrato in a intentional part of the song.
You can consciously change it, but there's a sort of a default where
Yes.
it's just your natural.
And
Yeah,
that
where
comes
you-
from your life's experience and your genetics and all those
It's
things.
your hookup.
Yeah, so it's really cool to hear that extreme separation between the two.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's beautiful. So expressive.
So he's doing a harmonic right now. Can you demonstrate on your guitar just like a plucked harmonic?
Yeah, so this is an A note, okay?
Right.
But if I play the harmonic
Yeah.
on the same fret, it goes to the fifth,
Yeah.
which is an E.
Yeah. So that it's really interesting to hear it in this instrument, not plucked, but actually slid, and it's more alive as a result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like a whistle.
It creates such a mood. Even though it sounds a bit chaotic, it creates.
It's like
It goes outside just your regular notes that you'd play, but like Indian music as a whole, which I always find emotionally, it almost goes through the cracks. It expresses things outside of what conventional Western music can do, because it goes outside just your basic 12 notes and it goes in between, and now it's even going further with all the harmonics, which we can do in Western music too, with violins and even guitars too.
but having
a lot of different things.
32, or is it 32 or 34 sympathetic strings?
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's just
also
almost endless
picking up on
opportunity for
that.
expression. Yeah. Endless opportunity.
Now he's just plucking the sympathetics.
You know, they're above Afghanistan.
Just hear the wood too, and I forget the exact materials that they use. It was like sheepskin or lambskin or something.
Yeah.
Improvise meaning unfold. If I play few routines, some more combinations can happen, but these are more building up of brick by brick. But if I want to take artistic leaps, so I'm not playing. What I would think of is, but I'm playing it.
Sliding down to that note.
And
this gives-
dynamically,
this
the pressure in the bow.
Touch phrase helps me to get more, opens up many more windows for unfolding, like. See. What I do mostly is to make my own transcriptions below the staff in the Indian Saregama. Okay. This is one. Sometimes I just write the idea, how you want it, If it's a passage where you don't dictate a set of notes, but you say you want this kind of nuance to emerge, then I would make some kind of symbolic things there. And maybe if you indicate certain notes, I would write, just graze over those notes, like that. Ideally, recording and the notation. Because I would, at the subliminal level, try to make a picture, visualization of the notation. I'll not use it, but it still plays a role in giving the time line. Pilu, Rag Pilu, the basic scale.
It's like a harmonic minor scale.
Uses flat 7th and 6th natural. Natural 3rd.
Wow.
The ascending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, the construction of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
And of course, on a non-keyed instrument, you've got all the little nuance in between, but...
And descending orders.
Flat 6 in there too.
Wow.
Exquisite.
What an instrument!
Beautiful. I mean,
And
just
what a-
looking at it again, it's like the craftsmanship that goes into making something like that from a visual standpoint is just astounding. But the fact that it's what it can create sonically,
What it creates, yes. And
Wow. And then
I can
obviously
only-
the player on top of it.
Dhruba Ghosh.
Yeah.
What
An
a
amazing
maestro.
artist on an amazing instrument is a
Yes.
great combination.
It
'Cause,
always is.
yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a great player, you can transcend a lot of not so great instruments. You can take an out of tune piano per se, or for instance,
Absolutely.
and finagle it. Just you can adjust the way you play the chords in just a way that you can make it tolerable. But then
Right.
you get on a $200,000 Steinway piano, and it's
just like
whoa, it just
another
the doors
level.
open up. So
wow. Well, that was awesome.
Combinations.
I'm very happy to learn more about that instrument. So next week we will continue this little 4-week series of learning about Indian classical instruments. So we look forward to learning more and sharing that with you. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Let us know in the comments what instruments you would like us to explore specifically as
yes,
well.
and also check out our Indian music playlist, including our Saturday Sadhanas, which we've been enjoying immensely. So
Yes.
until next time, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
See you in the next video.